Last time on episode 8.
Today you all will be playing Rapid Waters. Jack, you are this round's Olympian. Woo! Sara, Abby, neither of y'all will be voted into the Coliseum. This is a double Coliseum match.
Abrielle is still my final 2. That's the goal.
I did find this in the house on day 1.
My worry is now that I have showed them, they will try to flush it.
Like the way that I make it through, if I get put in, is by being next to another strong, next to a strong person.
It seems like the person who gets the most votes, the first person voted out, they're gonna drag me to Coliseum with them.
It is time for the final 7 votes. Gavin, you have 4 votes. You will be going into the Coliseum. Thomas, you will be entering the Coliseum.
Give me Shelby.
Sara.
Personally, I like this Coliseum matchup, but I think I'm ready for something a little bit different.
Sara, you can take a seat. Josh, or Thomas and Josh versus Gavin and Shelby. This one is called Tile Flip.
Look at me right now, you guys.
You're beautiful always.
No, baby, I'm talking.
Thomas and Josh, y'all have been eliminated.
Fuck you for voting me in the first place.
So I just want to thank you guys.
And so I'm waiting for the numbers. I'm expecting it to be me and Gavin with the highest numbers so they can pin us against each other. And then they said Gavin and Thomas. And I was like, oh my God, he didn't fuck me over. What?
The 2 people that are the biggest threats, me and Shelby, you think we're going to go against each other? Y'all are fools. We're going to team up against you. This is the fun part. If you want to make us villains, we'll be villains. Okay? It seems like every round I'm backstabbing people. And that's definitely the case. This time it was a big one though because it was a double elimination. So Thomas for sure was an intentional backstab, black side. Felt more bad about Josh leaving because Josh, day 1, we did shake to be number 1s with each other.
And I think we were all kind of holding our breath waiting for that immunity ring or whatever it was that Josh had, but he never pulled it out. What really got to me was their farewells. Very emotionally intense, opposite ends of the spectrum, clearly.
Throughout last round, there was lots of chit-chat about Josh having some sort of power. So I did a little snooping around. I found an immunity ring. And this immunity ring says, congratulations, you found a gift from the gods in the form of a hidden immunity idol. Play this ring idol after votes have been cast, but before the votes have been revealed to save yourself or an ally from being voted out of the council. Or play the idol after the vote off to protect you or an ally from being called to the Coliseum. The ring idol can take you to the final vote but no further. So Mama's not getting 5th place. Because that seems to be a curse. But Mama's not getting 5th place, but Mama's getting at least 4. Okay.
Welcome to the final 5. Let's get into our next Olympian challenge. Right off the bat here, Jack, you will not be playing as the outgoing Olympian. It will just be you 4.
As we're going into the next Olympian rounds, they're telling us it's inside, which has me, a little optimistic. Outdoor activities are not my favorites.
I'm going to see how much Gavin wants to work with me, if he's actually going to go to the top with me. And my next person to get out is Gabby or Sara, for sure. I already told Jack I was going to help him. I'll help him. I'm going to hold to my word as much as I can, but I think it's time for Abby. So, stay tuned.
So I think I'm in a fantastic spot. Me, Shelby, and Jack are 3. Jack wants me to be his number 2, like his final 2. Shelby wants me to be her final 2. I don't care which one. I think it would be easier to win against Jack. But me and Shelby going all the way to the end, that would be a real vote of who deserves it more.
Welcome to the Final 5 Olympian Challenge. This one is called 80s Equilibrium. You will each be given a frisbee and a ping pong ball. You must balance said ball on your frisbee for as long as possible. Every 2 minutes, we will add another ball. The last player standing wins. In these transitionary periods, we will give you a second ball into your non-using hand, in which you will have 10 seconds to properly place. You are allowed to touch either ball during this time, but you cannot lift the ball that is already on your frisbee. Okay?
And there's chitter chatter that's gonna be an endurance challenge, which kind of gets my hopes up again.
So right, like we're holding it on the bottom. So I thought we were gonna be holding it where it has the ring around it. It was just gonna be like getting heavier kind of each time, holding it with one hand, which is also still complicated, but now you made it even worse.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're off. Looking solid at the 5-second mark. Oh, Shelby's already out. The 6-second mark was not her fan.
I just came down, I realized I didn't start putting my ball down early enough. So I lost balance. As I took it off, I didn't have enough balance on it. I went up instantly, which sucks. I really didn't need that, but it was, I mean, after running outside doing this stuff, like I'm exhausted. So I'm hoping that, you know, Gavin pulls out, you know, victorious.
It's down to Sara, Abrielle, and Gavin.
Balancing ping pong balls on a frisbee, and oh my gosh, I'm killing it. For one time in this game, I'm killing it at a challenge. I'm eating this up.
Gavin is out. It is down to Sara and Abrielle.
My arms are still sore from the last Olympian challenge that I won, so I'm really hoping that I can pull myself together and get through this. And, you know, one by one, the balls start dropping, pardon my French, and before I know it, it's just me and Abby up there.
You have just passed the minute mark.
And Sara and I, final ones left in the challenge. And I wish I could have talked to Sara before this challenge and been like, hey.
And I am about to start the 10-second transitionary period. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both players are steady with their second ball.
So I can put it down. You don't have to say that, I'm kind of joking with that. I mean, I think whoever wins, like I'll say you. Yeah, I think that's understood.
If I want immunity, I could play this on an ally, which would be the ideal situation. But if I could play it on myself, I'm not mad about that, so it's whatever.
You have just passed the 3-minute mark.
And so they're playing it out, and then as they're playing, they're like, oh, well, if one doesn't win, I'll save the other, which I'm like, fuck, because who's that leave out? Me. So I'm a little upset by it, but I understand, because I do the same thing, I do the same vote.
And I'm about to begin the transitionary period again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both players are looking solid. Abby, you have dropped and been eliminated. Sara, you have won Olympian at Final 5.
I was already planning on, you know, saving her if I won, but hearing her like reach out to me and be like, you know, if I win, I'll save you. And if you win, will you save me? I was like, girl, yes. So at that point, it was just a matter of like, who was gonna drop it first. And she ended up dropping it first and I won. I was a little bit more confident with this one than I was with the Sprite can challenge. I had a good feeling about it being an endurance challenge. I knew I had a pretty good shot.
Congratulations, Sara.
Thank you.
You have won another endurance competition here. You need to be crowned as this round's Olympian.
Again.
Yeah, come on down.
Congratulations again.
Thank you. Seems like history is repeating itself. Now, you have one very important decision to make on who will be safe in this vote. But before we do that, I do want to just say one little thing about you. She's guaranteed a spot in the final four. Woo. That is where the format changes altogether. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Who would you like to make safe in this vote, though?
I stick to my word, Miss Abby.
Abby, come on down. You will be safe in this vote.
As promised, I saved her.
All right. That means Shelby, Gavin, Jack. One of you will be going into the Coliseum. Let's get this scrambling.
Honestly, I know I keep saying it, but I mean it. I did not think I would make it this far. Every second is a surprise.
So that kind of ruined our plan a little bit, but also kind of helped. I know that me and Gavin are gonna be on everyone's radar. We just won another Coliseum, and we should be mean business. I mean, when everyone said that they're scared of us, they really should be.
Shelby, that was literally our worst possible.
Oh, that was, we did terrible.
And I felt at some point I felt bad about the idea of taking Abby just because, like, she hasn't been winning.
That's how a lot of
but now there's only
people
5
have
people.
been scared. I've been not like scared to take her out, but like they feel bad taking her out because of, you know, anything.
But we're all competitors at the point
It's
we're
her
doing
thing kind of for it. She's an easy target.
it. That would leave us
And that was
against
the
Jack
thing.
and Sara.
Jack will see us, and so if he gets out in Final Four, I don't think he'll pick us.
Right. I think this time is
I
done.
think we need to be the ones going to the Coliseum.
Yeah, so we
So we can pick her.
should choose
And
kind
we
of
could
us
just
two,
do,
which,
yeah, one each. I think you pick me.
yeah, but which one of us do you think should go? We should vote for.
I'm trying to think which one they're most, like they would be like more. I mean, either way, you can just, you know, tell whoever it is to vote for me and whoever vote for you.
Yep. Whichever
They
gets
each
most
vote
votes.
for either one of us,
Yeah.
and it should be fine.
The goal was for me or Shelby to win, and neither of us won. And now me or Shelby are going to be voted out to compete in the Coliseum.
Or
Last round was perfect.
yeah, when I said I wanted us to be in the top 2, I meant it. And I mean,
We're on the path to it.
yeah, we'll just, I'll tell everyone vote for you, tell them for me, we'll see which one of us gets picked, and we'll go back.
Shelby,
We got this.
all of a sudden I'm feeling good again.
We got this. Okay.
Okay, cool.
But we have a plan that we want to get picked, one of us. I'm kind of trying to hope that Gavin gets picked just because he has done better in Coliseums. He's shown that he's a lot better at them.
Because, like, I'm not voting for you. I'm not voting for you. Like, have we been on the same page for everything? No. Because,
Because, however,
but I get it. I don't fucking care.
yeah.
You didn't do anything that, like, majorly inconvenienced me or, like,
Yeah, there's no direct
inconvenience. I was like, I don't fucking care. I was fine. So,
Abrielle, she doesn't have a good resume. So Loki, she would be good to take the final 2. Cause I feel like out of the 2, I've won competitions, I've successfully used advantages. I stand out better.
oh, by the way, everybody knows what I'm wearing except Shelby.
I didn't know what you were being very vague about it. So I was like,
He saw me find it.
yeah.
Josh told them that it can be played.
Why did not play for the Coliseum?
So he left it in the drawer.
You forgot it?
He decided not to play it. He didn't think he was going to be Well, and he would have been fine had you not played your thing.
That is,
So he needed it. He needed it.
Okay, let me tell you something. When Thomas found that advantage, he told me. When earlier today, Jack told me about the advantage. Josh, there's 2 immunities Josh has? Okay, he told me. So it's 4 I thought about. Fifth one, so Aggie found the 5th one that Josh left. So every single one someone has had, I've known about it before they used it. Anyway, so I'm thinking Abby's gonna play this time. And it won't work.
Is she trying to like vote you so she'll get picked?
I don't think she was voting for me, at least that I know of.
Okay, well look, me and Gavin, we have your back.
I know y'all do.
If you vote, you can vote for either of us, we don't care.
Okay.
I would say go for him, so I don't have to do another
For
crappy
Gavin, yeah.
But like, either way, we're like,
Only Abrielle D.
we're gonna vote for him, because we think she's an easy target.
Okay.
So we weren't even thinking about voting you whatsoever. When we said it was gonna be 4 of us, we meant it.
Like us 3 and Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we can't do anything with Sarah, but like, we meant it when we weren't gonna bring it down.
Okay.
We want you in the top 4 with us.
I feel like, because we're the 4, or at least us 3,
Yeah.
to start to be in the top 4. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I say just put the vote towards him, and if there's because we're like, if there's a tie between us 2, we'll re-vote. We'll just do all of it.
Okay.
But we're not going
With all. Okay.
at all.
Okay.
So we need to get her out as soon as we can.
Abby?
Yeah, because if she's in the top 2, she's winning. Because
You
he's
think
gonna talk. He's gonna get as much as he can to get her to win.
Josh?
No, Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas is gonna get her to win.
Yeah.
So if it's us for it, at least like there's an even playing field.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you want me to pitch that he's going to take you
Yeah,
out
say that.
and say
Say
that?
like he's going for me.
Okay.
Get him to vote for her. Get her to vote for him. And I hope he's holding his word and he's not gonna turn back, but it seems like he
He
really
seems
wants
committed.
us.
Like, he
Yeah.
wants to play with competition.
Yeah, so he seemed like he was perfectly fine getting her out. So
Okay.
just try to get him to get her, or get her to get him, and we're good.
Okay.
But we're trying to get picked, telling everyone to pick for either one of us. We're both voting for each other, and we're bringing Abby in with us because of all of the ones that we can bring in, she is the easiest competition. We're getting her out. She doesn't need to be in Final 4. She can be 5th place like she has been all of her other games. You know, it's a trend for a reason. We're gonna keep it that way.
How you feeling?
Not good.
What the fuck is going on, man?
It scares me that I'm not being brought up at all, is my thing. That's my fear. Because Gavin said he's waiting for Shelby. Shelby said she's waiting for Gavin. Kama's going to talk. Gavin said he's waiting for Shelby. Shelby said she's going to bring Abrielle. Fuck out. Like, I'm nowhere in the picture, and that is frightening for me. What's your advice?
So Shelby just left from here, and your name did come up. I think she was debating, like, whether or not she thinks that if Gavin got picked, if he would drag her or drag you.
Yeah.
Or if she got picked, she's debating whether she would drag Gavin or Abby or you. I don't think she knows who she wants to drag. I think she might lean towards Gavin.
The dragging is what's scary.
Yeah.
It's the dragging that matters.
Realistically, vote-wise, it's me, Shelby, and Gavin. And both of them have extra votes, so why are they not just saying, oh, we have 4 votes, let's get Jack out, right? Like, why would you not? I like to think I have a good resume with my 2 Olympian wins, as well as my advantage being used successfully and strategically to knock out 2 heavy hitters in the game, one of which who had an advantage that got transferred to someone else. So I like to think I have a good chance of winning, but I need to get out of this shit first.
Is it a fun game? Enjoy? I think this is my time.
No.
Oh no, I'm not gonna go out without fighting, but I do think it's my time to be honest. I had 1-2 challenges, used my advantage well, got out of big competition. I have a good resume, but we'll see. I do think I have a good chance of being dragged to the Coliseum, but I think the only way to avoid the Coliseum is Olympian. But that's not what people want to do. So
hoping, fingers crossed, if we get Gavin out, he'll challenge Shelby because the only options are me and Abrielle. But Abrielle has an immunity ring. So if Abrielle uses that ring, it's either me or Shelby. Who you won't take in a physical challenge? Me or fucking Shelby?
Like, if we vote him in, because I don't think he would go for us. I think he would also go for Abby because he's scared of us. Because that gives us a break.
It's true.
How many classes? We've done 5, like, added up with us.
Have we really done 5?
You've done 3, I've done 2. So together, like, we've done 5 classes. And Jack's won 2 challenges. He could get Abby.
But I'm thinking, we'd like 10 minutes left to talk. We tell him right now, what about this plan to go you out? Get some Calvin, of course.
I mean, who else is he gonna do? I mean, I don't, like, what do you really think the person that's been scared with us is gonna pull us into the Coliseum?
Oh, actually, you're right.
Like, he's scared of us. That's why he's been on our side. He's doing everything we asked him to do.
Me and Shelby, that's my plan for who I want in the end. Who I'd actually like to sit next to me is Jack. I think he's the one I could beat the easiest. But it would be cool. I think me and Shelby would be a clash of the titans to win it. And really, at the end of the day, they're all just meat in the seat next to me, and I just need to get in that seat. And this is a job. I need $250. I woke up today realizing, wait, I'm able to, like, with the money's within reach now.
Alright, so it's time to vote. As a reminder, Sara, you're immune. And Abrielle, you are safe in this vote. That means Shelby, Jack, Gavin, one of you 3 went to the Coliseum. Let's get into voting.
I am using my extra vote that I just won from that Coliseum to cast 2 votes for Shelby.
Shelby. But I feel like she's gonna bring me to Coliseum, so I feel like I'm done.
Not necessarily that this person deserves to go, but we have a plan, so both of my votes that I have are going to Gavin. I'm voting for Shelby. Just a beast. And I really think she's gonna drag me, so I hope that I can use this, because that would just be so cunty.
This is the final regular vote of the season. As per usual, let's start with from the 0 votes. Mr. Jackaty. Shelby, Gavin, you both have received votes, and by a vote of 4 to 2, Shelby, you will be entering the Coliseum. Gavin, you are safe. Shelby, you can come on up. And you can announce who you would like to select to enter the Coliseum with you.
I think just because I really wanted to go to the Final Four, I'm going to go with Abby.
Abby.
Actually, that's very interesting. I will not be going. I would like to redeem this immunity.
While this is a very well-crafted advantage, this is actually a fake advantage.
No, shut up!
This was not placed by production.
Wait, what?
It is a fake. This is not true.
Somehow, more incredible. Somehow, more incredible.
So, out of respect to play, we'll still be going to the Coliseum.
That is so fucking funny. That is so funny. It better not be all, but
with that, Shelby going to the Coliseum.
that is good job.
The production value on the box, I think, is higher than anything I've ever seen. Like, Josh was playing literal 5D chess. He really, I think in spirit is the true Olympian because nobody else would have even come close to thinking about doing something like that. He is conniving, and I respect it.
Very excited to stop me. Abby with her fake ring. She thought she was making a big move, but she made a big blunder.
So my plan went exactly how I wanted it to go. Abby thought they were safe Everybody except for Shelby knew that Abby had that idol and was sure. We were all so excited for that reveal when Shelby tries to drag Abby and then Abby plays it. And then I was laughing with all of them like, Shelby's gonna have no idea. It's gonna be so funny. You're gonna be safe and it'll be fine. Turns out it was a fake. Who would have known, guys? Oh my God, Josh made it? Wait, is that embroidered on the wood? How did he do this? He showed it to me days ago. Sorry, y'all. I've been known about this. Y'all were like, why did he leave it here? Why did he not use it? Why didn't he take it with him? Because he told me on his way out where he left it for me.
Welcome to the final Coliseum challenge. This one is called Locked Out. You both have a number box, or a box in front of you with a number lock on it. It holds your name ball inside of that box. On the other side of our play area here, there'll be an advanced math problem for each number in that lock. You will have to use these two hula hoops to transport yourself there. You will have to step into one, move the other one in front of yourself to carry forward. And you'll come back on this side to unlock your box. The box cannot move, you can pick it up, but it can't move from this spot, okay? Once your lock is unlocked, you can grab your name ball out of it and say, I'm free. And that is how you become unlocked out.
We were all expecting, if Shelby were to pull Abby and Abby had immunity, then she could go for Jack or Gavin, but now what? They have to compete with each other.
The Coliseum. This should have been my Coliseum. I almost think I should have stepped in. I work at an escape room. I've been working in an escape room for 5 years. I can open a goddamn lock.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! So we have a little bit of a lead on Abby right now. Abby is taking larger steps. Oh. Definitely had the lead on Abby.
I was split, one on who I wanted to win, two who was going to win. So mixed emotions all over the board.
You cannot pick up the board, just because both of you have to be able to see it.
We're kind of realizing that it's honestly kind of a fair fight. There's a little bit of physicality involved, but there's also math involved, so I don't know. It could be anyone's game, and they are kind of neck and neck.
Shelby is making her retreat.
And honestly, I was almost covering my eyes because I did not want to see who opened up their box first.
Shelby has made it back to her lockbox. Numbers do need to be precisely in the middle. Abby has made it back to her lockbox.
Oh, please! Dylan, I can't get it open.
Back there, to the bottom.
I'm free! Fucking shit! I'm sorry.
That's fine. That was a very close one. Abby, you did win this Coliseum match by mere seconds. Shelby, I am so sorry.
Yeah.
But you have been eliminated at 50th.
Yeah. Okay, bye. That's it. That's all I want to say.
Both got our locks undone. I pop open my box, lift up my ball, and say I'm free. And I look over and her box is open and she was about she's about to lift up the ball. Somehow, I win.
But ultimately, Abby wins. So excited. She's my final two. We've been working together since the beginning.
I'm glad I didn't go in. Abby and Shelby, two of my top dogs. Unfortunately, Shelby is gone. And at the end of the day, if I had to choose to take either Shelby or Abby to the end, I think I would have taken Shelby. So I'm so sorry. Genuinely, I wasn't trying to betray you there, but I was okay with you leaving if you did go. And I am okay with it, because I'm still in a great spot.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Jury Roundtable for Olympia Season 2. The first thing we're going to go into is, let's talk about Sara. So, I want y'all to talk about, tell me why you think Sara should win the game, or should not win the game.
She doesn't give herself enough credit. Like, I don't know if that's what she's trying to do, like she's trying to downplay her threat level, but I don't think she was giving herself enough credit. I think she was a very good competitor and one of the stronger people here. Like, she always finished well in competitions and was always a threat.
I think she did it on purpose. She wanted to seem like she wasn't a threat, so she didn't talk about ways that she could be a threat. She made it seem like she was, you know, on anyone's side kind of thing. But then she kept winning. She's won 2 challenges, so it's like.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly the image I thought of her.
Actually, is a threat.
Good, everybody, on everybody's side, but I didn't think of her as, winning challenges. But yeah, she's won 2.
She won the endurance challenge.
Both of them.
I don't know if I see enough conviction yet in her to say
yes,
you're my winner.
I don't think she's.
But I think that she is an incredibly strong performer in this go because we all played that endurance challenge and that was insane.
Yeah.
That win was crazy.
I honestly think it'll be between her and Gavin.
If she is one of the 2 people giving us a speech this afternoon, I really want to see from her that she owns her shit. Like, I want to see her be like, yeah, I was a threat. I was downplaying it. I went into every competition knowing I was probably gonna win.
I think the only way that I would vote for her to win, and the 2, if it was down to 2, is only if she brings that up.
Yeah.
If she wants to fake it, I'm not picking her.
I agree.
Because you can still win a competition and be a passive player.
Yeah, no, 100%. Let me know that you did that though.
You guys say that. I feel the same way about Abrielle. I feel as though Abrielle, she just got by, and she got by on other people and hoping that other people would help her and like her, especially with last night with the Thomas thing. She was like, he's gonna take me down with him, blah 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 blah. I can't do much.
I mean, in all honestness, that's one person I don't want to see in top 2.
Yeah.
And it's not because I lost against her at all. It's not that. She did very well in that game. She didn't, there were some challenges that she couldn't necessarily try her hardest in.
Yeah.
But you signed up for this. You knew what you were getting into. You've done these before. You're not proving to me anything right now. You're proving that you can sit by and just lie to people, and that's how you're trying to play it, is just by picking sides each round.
So, I have my own personal feelings about Abrielle, and I would love to see her in the final 2 just for you go girl. But I can't disagree with you on the way that she slid by. I mean, because even in my final round, I know that I was put in, I'm sure for multiple reasons, but probably mainly because I was someone to
You were actually
easily.
You were actual competition, and we wanted to try to get competition out while we could. Our next plan was to get Abby out to get the one who wasn't as.
Okay. Well, I guess I kind of interrupted.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
No, not at all.
I want you to know
Not
that
at all.
we picked you because we knew you would compete.
Yeah. I really got to watch her in those groups push things towards what was in her best interest. Like whenever there was multiple possibilities, she didn't actually orchestrate for the best like group outcome. She was orchestrating for her personal outcome.
Yeah. I feel like every vote was what keeps Abby safe. And I
do agree with you.
Towards the end, I was like, I don't fucking care what keeps Abby safe.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And Sara brought it up. She was like, we were thinking about like helping save Abrielle, you know, from like Thomas if he would have voted you out, you know, and Abrielle.
I would have never brought Abrielle in.
Yeah, and she was like, he's gonna pick me.
And I, like,
not
sometimes I said that you were not. With our challenge, I called it. I said it was gonna be me and him and you and Sara.
Yeah.
I knew that's what was gonna happen. And she's like, no, he's gonna pick me. I know him. And I'm like, honey, I don't think you do.
I will say, after kind of thinking about the situation at the balloon popping community challenge, I would, obviously, if someone's having an issue, like that needs to be taken care of first and foremost beyond the game. But it kind of started to rub me the wrong way when I started to think about the fact that she continued to stay in the game and play in a way that really left me with no option to win in a way that wasn't mean. And thankfully I just kind of got out by stepping out of bounds. That kind of never really came to a head. But it's like, I kind of don't like that felt like
Maybe forcing your hand.
yeah, using something a little bit outside of the game for advantage inside of the game. And I feel like if it was really the panicking thing, like absolutely, we could have stopped the game. We could have stopped the immunity challenge right then and there and said like, hey, let's do something else. I would have been fine with that. But the fact that she stayed in it and kind of used that as an advantage just put a bad taste in my mouth on like a moral level.
She wasn't the
And
only
she
one
also,
who was afraid.
well, and she also did claim like if she was gonna freak out, like she'll just leave again. Well, like those anxieties manifest differently in everybody's body,
It's
but
for
it's
someone-
interesting for it to have manifested in that way and then
it turns
to
into
kind of
completely
use it
different.
a little bit,
I
like
feel
right
like
after.
the initial state was very real, but then she manipulated everyone else because
When
of
she
it.
started feeling better.
And that's why
she
I
knew
want
she
to make
was
it.
fine. She knew we weren't going to go for her because of it.
I want to make it abundantly clear that like I have absolutely no issue with like that initial panicking thing, and it's just like the way it kind of turned out towards the end of the challenge. That's my kind of thing where it's like that's a knock against her in my book.
If she can make a compelling case that she was not dragged to the finals, that would be the only way I can go for her.
I'm not hanging anyone out to dry. I have not, it's like I'm not writing anyone off yet as far as the thing goes. If they can, like you said, if they can prove that it's like an active, it doesn't have to be a planned out thing because my game wasn't planned out. Lots of people's games weren't planned out.
I was gonna say.
It can be a responsive game, but it can't be like a passive game.
I was going to say that Jack, it's not that I think he should or shouldn't win, but I will say I do think he should win over Abrielle. He kind of played a similar game to her, but he was active in playing the game.
Let's also highlight the fact that he is the person that got the advantage on the first night.
Oh, yeah.
He pulled it out, kept it the secret the whole time.
Yeah. He played a good game, and I do think he had a strategy through it. But there's a lot of certain times where I'm like, I don't want to pick you for these certain things that you did. You were taking it. You were just being a little too easy on it when it's like, you're not fighting for it. It doesn't seem like you actually want it.
He's got the good resume, the bad game.
Yeah.
While some people have good game, bad resume.
Yeah. Okay, Josh.
I will say my problem with him, and I talked to a couple people about it, is like he came up to me unprompted and was like, "I got your back. Like, you got
Oh,
me."
yeah. And he
And I was
doesn't
like,
have your back at all.
And like he never once looked out for me.
Yeah.
Which like I'm fine if like if he would have just been like, I don't want to work with you, or like just basic conversation, but like to come up unprompted and be like, I got your back, and then just never fulfill that.
He also just went with numbers a lot.
He
I
did.
felt like I never felt like he was assertive on what he wanted to do each vote. It was always, so what are we thinking? What do you want to do?
I
What
think
do you
he
wanna
was assertive. I think he was the mastermind between him and Sara. That's why I was not surprised that him and Sara have made it this far, because he's the influence behind that, and they have Abrielle in tow.
I would like to see, because my impressions early in the game were that Jack and Sara were a tight thing.
Yeah.
They were masterminding things in the background.
Jack never came across to me as like a genuine player that would have my back, but I would tell him that I had his back because why would it be like
Jack
no?
is a person that you want to like. Every time I've talked to Jack, no matter what my feelings were in the round, whenever Jack comes and talks to you, it's like I instantly he's a very personable person, and so that is one of his strengths, I will say. With like, yeah, it does kind of like, the thing with you where you just kind of came and said like, hey, once you're like, yeah, I got your back, and never fulfilled on it. It's like, that is a negative where it's like, even in the beginning, like no matter at what point in the game, I never really felt that like Jack was giving me anything but lip service. Anything I was giving him was
He gave me customer service. He gave me his customer service was this.
Exactly.
Hello, how are you today?
Exactly.
Yeah, I can help you.
Like I don't particularly like the gameplay where somebody just goes around and makes friends with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would rather somebody like, I mean, definitely be friendly with everyone, but not like you're on my team to everyone.
Yeah.
Like
Let's have some loyalty.
Yes, I want you to be at least like setting out an alliance or something, not trying to make the whole cast an alliance.
I feel like I mistook Thomas for Jack. I'm gonna be honest here. I feel like I thought that Thomas would play Jack's game, but Jack played Thomas's game that I thought. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, but I'm way too messy.
Yeah.
I'm way too responsive.
So we do have to move on. Let's talk a bit about Gavin.
I mean, I've liked how he's played the game. I know he's been like truthful to everyone. Kind of like he's kind of turned on some people's back. I mean, like you weren't expecting it. But for me personally, he's been doing everything that he said he was gonna do for me to help me and him go further. I mean, I just think he played well. I think he actually played.
Even though he voted me out last night, I kind of figured he would turn tail too. I did, but I also felt like he felt as if though I went into the Coliseum, I had a fighting chance. And as soon as I said, you betrayed me, he said, kind of what Kinsley had said, you got this.
Yeah, I could tell that he had something going on in his head, and he was like, wasn't expecting.
I can give more context behind that because I was a part of that discussion. So at that point, we knew you three were aligned, and it was really just about breaking up that.
Yeah.
If he's in the finals, honestly, he's probably getting my vote.
Yeah, honestly,
like even though he betrayed me, it's like I still and
he was honest about it.
The move he didn't like just stay lockstep with me. He recognized when I wasn't the best part of his game anymore and made moves accordingly.
All that I want to say is like, I do agree with like a lot of what we're saying about Gavin. Like, there's a lot of smoke to blow because he's done an incredible job. My only thing about Gavin is that he just kind of is a typical winner. It's kind of typical. Like, I feel like it's kind of obnoxious that we do have in our season the kind of winner that we all kind of knew was gonna win for a while now. I think that if anything, he is a token of winning, because out of whoever's left, if they can get him out, that's the biggest move of the season. And that's kind of what I'm hoping kind of goes down.
If that happens,
just because I find that to be
that'd be awesome. That'd be really cool to see. No, 100%.
Like if Sara gets Gavin out, I'm like, all right, girl.
I would be so
hands clean.
So just to wrap this all up, is there any last remarks about the Final Four?
I just want to see. I just want to see like the specifics of like the other three played kind of pretty passive games. If Gavin's not in, it's going to be a battle to see, which of them played the most, the least passive, or at least the best passive game.
I don't want a person to win who I feel like didn't play the game.
Absolutely.
I just want it to be going to the right person. We really deserved it. So we'll see when that happens.
Well, that will conclude our roundtable. Thank you all for being here for this, playing on season 2. We really appreciate you guys. That was all for now.
So I have to ask. That immunity, I know I should.
You little bitch! I've been
wait, did they use it?
No, shut up!
Oh my God, tell me everything.
You need to watch the footage. I don't know how he did it. He created a box with the fucking logo, got
wrote the letter with your handwriting. If
No, my
so,
partner did.
about to say beautiful handwriting. Let them know. Wrote a letter saying that like, whoever found it was immune. Leaves it there because he didn't use it, and I was a little skeptical. I was like, why would he use it? That's a little weird. She found it. I call her to do the challenge. She's like, I actually have this. Dylan grabs it. He goes, this is fake. And
Yes,
we're
it got used?
Literally everyone. Huh? He left us crying. We were crying because his speech was beautiful. And then
Who will win a guaranteed ticket to the end at Final Four? Where will the vote fall amongst the others? And who will be dragged out of the game? So many questions, all to be seen in the finale of Season 2 of Olympia.